Okay, so find yourself a space. I'm standing up, but you guys can sit down or you can lie down. You don't really need, obviously, any space around you. You just need to be able to move your arms. And we're going to talk about a few of the different ways of breathing. Okay. Before we begin, though, just so that you know, before we make any changes, let's just try and find out which way you breathe. So place one hand onto your chest for me and one hand low down onto your abdominals for me. So just below your belly button, actually. So down here. Okay. And I just want you to breathe. If you're laid on the floor, close your eyes. If you are sat down, make sure you're against a wall or on a chair and just bow your head and close your eyes and just breathe. If we can, it's in through the nose, out through the mouth, but it's not essential. All I want you to do is just to notice which hand is moving. Notice where you're breathing into. So follow the path as the breath goes in through your nose, down into your lungs, and then back out again. Is the top hand, is the chest hand moving a bit more? Is the one on your tummy moving a bit more? Do that again. Keep breathing. Now, there's no right or wrong answer for this one. You may find that you are breathing more into the chest, which is quite normal for an adult. If you watch a child breathing, especially when they're breathing heavy, when they've been running around, you may see more movement into their tummies. And again, that's more normal, but if that's what you're breathing like, again, it's not. There's no right or wrong way to breathe. But there are different ways, and they do give you different benefits. So let's talk again about the chest breathing. So place both hands onto your chest at the top, onto your collarbone area. And this time I do want you to try and make your chest move if it wasn't before. Breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth, and try and feel that your rib cage and your collarbone lift up into your hands. And as you breathe out, pull away from the hands. So this type of breathing is probably a little less efficient in getting the oxygen into your body, but it might just allow you to pull your belly button in to activate your abdominal muscles a bit more. So before we move on to the belly breathing, let's also then talk about lateral breathing, which is what we do in Pilates. So instead of the hands being on the top of the chest, let's bring them either side of the rib cage at the very top. So you sort of got your elbows out, a bit like their wings, and you're right under your armpits here. And this time, as you breathe in, we're still going into the chest, but instead of it just lifting up, I want you to feel as though the side of your rib cage expands outwards, sideways into the hands. So close your eyes, deep breath into the nose, out through the mouth. Good, let's do that for a couple more minutes. So again, this kind of breathing can, according to some of my research, be a little less efficient. But this is the kind of breathing we encourage in Pilates for the same reason that the chest breathing is sometimes a better idea when you're exercising, in that you can pull your belly button back towards your spine whilst you're doing it, so you can activate your abdominals. Okay, and of course that's the aim of the game when you're doing Pilates, is it's all about the core muscles. So if you can't pull your tummy in and breathe at the same time, we've got a little bit of a problem there, because you're then holding your breath, which is never a good idea. Okay, so we're going to move on to the last one, which is belly breathing. So let's bring our hands down onto your lower abdomen, just below the belly button, and this time I want you to bring the air in through your nose, and it's going to travel all the way down through your lungs, and we're going to use the diaphragm and feel as though we expand the tummy, and it pushes into your hands, and then as you exhale through the mouth, it pulls away from those hands. Let's have a couple more minutes like this again. So this type of breathing, belly breathing, or sometimes called diaphragm breathing, is more efficient. It gets the air into your body, gets the oxygen in. It's, however, for me personally, it's not very natural, except for if I'm out of breath, if I've done some cardio, running, that kind of thing, and then I will find that it's all into my tummy and I struggle to pull my tummy in, which is why it's a version of breathing that's probably not the best if you're exercising or if you are doing Pilates especially, as you're going to be unable to pull those abdominals in. It's a form of breathing I like particularly though for relaxation, for any kind of guided meditation, any of the visuals that I often do in classes and do on these Feelgood Fridays. All the intention is to try and push all your thoughts out to one side, so you're not thinking about anything. You're giving your mind a break and your mind time to relax. And I like the belly breathing because you have to think about it. Well, I do anyway, so I I hope I'm not alone. I hope I'm not the odd one out. So for me personally, I do have to really think of in through the nose, out through the mouth, and I have to really think about it going down and using that diaphragm and expanding the tummy. Otherwise, I default to the chest breathing. So that's my personal favourite for relaxation. So guys, thank you for joining me. I hope that's helped for future exercise, for joining me on a Pilates class or anything like that, and for your Feelgood Fridays when we're exercising. Don't forget #live, #replay, don't forget a selfie. Let me know which breathing do you do naturally? Which do you find harder? Which do you prefer? Which one, like me, helps you focus on the breath? Because it doesn't come as naturally. Let me know. Tell me in the comments. And I shall see you again soon. Thank you.